Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Seller Strategies. Today we talk about mobile listing optimization and why you should think about mobile when it comes to optimizing your listing on Amazon. So, as sellers, Maria, we often look at our listing from a computer. It's so easy to edit our listings from a computer. We have a wider real estate, but we often forget what shoppers do. And a lot of people these days, I think the last stat that I read was about 75 or 80% of the shoppers on Amazon come from a mobile device. And that's crazy, come to think of it, because everyone's got a mobile device these days, or at least everyone in the first world countries in the marketplaces where Amazon's selling in have mobile devices. Yet we often overlook how different our listing looks like from a mobile device. So today I want to show you guys how our listing looks like from a mobile device and what the different things that we should look for and the different things that we should optimize when it comes to mobile on Amazon. So here on my screen, I've got Amazon pulled up. And this is what it looks like from a desktop. And let's look at a listing for wine aerators. And then from here, let's take a look at this very first listing for wine aerator. And I definitely spelled that incorrectly, so pardon me, guys. So this is what it looks like on a desktop. You know, what we expected, you've got your descriptions, your images, your price, but what does this look like on a mobile device? And from your computer, this is actually how you can view your listing or any web page for that matter on a mobile device. So I'm using Google Chrome, and from Chrome, I'm going to right click, I'm going to hit inspect, and then over here, I've got the toggle device toolbar, which looks like a mobile phone and a tablet. And then from here, I'll click the device. So there's a wide selection of devices from Galaxy devices to an iPhone X to an iPad. So let's click the iPhone X because it's a really popular model. And I just hit refresh, and this is what your listing looks like on a mobile device. So right away on my listing, we can see that everything's been condensed down. And if we look at your images, and this listing specifically, they have a good use of text on their images on the desktop. But on a mobile device, I actually have to squint and try to see what they're saying on the text here. And my eyes are already very little. So for me to squint, it's practically me shutting my eyes and closing my eyes. So, even though this listing sells a lot, from a mobile device, I just can't quite see exactly what the images look like from a high level overview without actually clicking on the images. Another thing that's different from a mobile device is how your device or how your listing is actually set up. So here you've got your EBC, which comes up and it looks great on mobile device. But look at your bullet points. Your bullet points are actually condensed to only the first three bullet points. So if you were to choose only three bullet points to show up on your listing, would those three bullet points be? Now, it's not to say that all three bullet points, only the first three bullet points show, but the user actually has to click on the listing in order to expand the five bullet points. So guys, if you only have three bullet points, what would those three bullet points be? And then lastly, you've got your views and your Q&A, which looks pretty standard. But yeah, I really want to drill down the point of how your listing looks very different from a mobile device and how shoppers these days are shopping from a mobile device. Maria, I am quite curious actually. How do you shop these days on Amazon yourself?
It's funny you bring that up because I actually, of course, I'm a Prime member, but I use the app that Amazon provides. So customers like me can just order, and honestly, it takes me a minute or two. And I agree with you 100%. Whenever I'm on there to buy, I want to do it fast. So if your image doesn't attract me, I won't click on it. And then once I click on it, if you got me to click, you better explain to me real fast and in those three bullets why I should buy from you. So I know I definitely agree with you when it comes to making sure this is optimized. Because when it comes to mobile, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you optimize it correctly in mobile, that would also affect you in a good way when it comes to someone like me viewing your listing from the app, because it's both optimized for mobile, right?
Correct. I do think that viewing your listing on Google Chrome versus the app is pretty much the same. So if you optimize for one or the other, and just make sure that you take all these actionable tips about your listing and making sure that you don't put a whole slew of text on your images. I think that goes a long way, especially for people viewing on mobile. And oftentimes, people would actually just look at the top portion of your listing and skip through your descriptions and your bullets altogether and then go to the reviews. So I would even concentrate on the top part of my listing and making sure that the title is good straight to the point, and it's not super long, but there's enough keywords there to get us enough ranking. Images, they have enough white space, but they also have a good balance between the white space and the text. And of course, you've got a good price to the niche and the product.
I like that. I like that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Irvin. That's all the time we have for today. But please let us know in the comments below. How are you shopping on Amazon? Are you mainly shopping on desktop, or are you shopping online, whether it's through the app or on mobile internet browser? And most importantly, as a seller, what strategies have you used to optimize your listing for mobile, since so many shoppers are shopping there and you want to make sure you stand out? Don't forget, subscribe and comment below and share this video for anyone that may find it helpful, and we hope it helps you. And don't forget, stay calm and keep crushing it on Amazon. See you next week.
Thanks, Maria. Thanks, guys. See you next week.